here at YCS Philly with, what's up, Jose Slater here.
Hello.
Let's go. And we have here top 64 contestant with, please introduce yourself to the world, man.
Yeah, so my name's Omar Ramos, but back home people know me as Slomar. And came to Philly, played Eldritch, made top 64, lost like on a top deck, but I mean, it happens. I didn't think I'd come this far with this deck, but I like built it for this meta. Like even the ban list came out like mid tourney, it was still crazy. So
that was pretty wild, right? Round 2.
Yeah, like, everyone, the venue was just blowing up, so it was crazy.
I bet you're pretty psyched that your list got like untouched pretty much, right?
It actually got better because Lightning Storm went to 2, so it's like I'm happy about that. So.
Before we start the actual deck profile, any shout outs, man?
Yeah, of course. So first biggest shout out goes to Solo. So it all started with him topping with this deck at a regional last week, and he left his backpack in my car, and then I psyched myself into playing this deck, so all of this is his, so shout out to him. He's like the GOAT for letting me borrow this. Also shout out to Oscar for letting me borrow one of his prosperities that I forgot to ask him about. Also shout out to Easton because he's my little bro. Shout out to Tyler. He helped me build the deck. Shout out to everyone else. Jordy, Sexroth, Sordo, Ramiro, everyone back home. Everyone that showed me love in the chats. Utah Yu-Gi-Oh. Shout out to my mom too. She's insane. And yeah, shout out to Hector too. He's nice. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now.
Yo, without further ado, please show us the top 64 group.
Yeah, of course. So I'll go ahead. So the main deck, I just played 2 Golden Lord. It's pretty standard. Like you might want to like play 3, but like if I opted to go first, I never wanted to see this card in my hand. I always wanted like to get access with like my Elixirs. And then the other monster I main decked was Santa Claus. So I built the deck assuming that like if Kashtira went like a rise pass, this is just a single out to where if I went second against that, it's just fine. And even throughout the whole day, like people didn't rise pass, they were trying to like log 5. But like I would draw like these cards in combination a lot. So I would like Santa Claus, their Arise, and then Golden Lord, their Shangri-La, and then at that point I just control the game. So
why you up for Santa Claus over a Kaiju?
I would say it's obscure with Floodgates. So like if I flip like a Rivalry or a Gozen, it's just a Fiend Light, so it's just more obscure than anything else. So, and it's also level 6, which I don't mind them having. That's it for the monsters. Then for spells, 3 Pross, the best one going first. Going second is kind of mid against Kashtira because like if they have like Diabolos up, then like banish a lot of your deck. But like if you're careful with it, then it's fine. I also opted to play Super Poly. So this is the same thing. So like if Kashtira went like the log 5, I could just Super Poly the Diabolos and the Mind Hacker, or the Diabolos and the Rice Heart and do this, and then I just control the game from there. But like I didn't want to play Lava Golem because like if Pearly was like a real deck, which I didn't play that in the whole tourney. I still wanted an out to Pearly with the Noir, so that's why I played the Santa Claus too. And I also played 1 Black Awakening to get into my Golden Lord. That's it for spells. Next traps, we got 3 Sanguine, 3 Kong, 2 Aquero, standard. Then for Floodgates, Guild Drain, oh my god, this card is so insane. Literally, you top deck this, or like this against the cash board is just insane. Because like it's hard for them out, because you have to like, go like Fenrir, declare the effect, and then like when they attack, and then they chain book, but like they're wasting 2 cards for that. And like even if you have like another card that I'll show you in a little bit to out, it's just game. So gotta play that, 3 Rivalry, or 3 Gozen and 3 Rivalry. So the way I built this deck was like, I thought Super Heavy was gonna be really prevalent. I thought I was gonna play a lot of it. But out of the 12 rounds of Swiss I played, I only played 1 Super Heavy, which is like kind of weird because I played more cash than Super Heavy. But even these cards are fine going second. It's not the worst. Like Gozen especially is really good because all they have different attributes. But the whole idea of the deck was like you draw a Floodgate and you draw a counter trap with it. Going second is just game. So a lot of people don't know what this card does, but like when my opponent activates a monster effect on the field, it negates and destroys it. So it's like a bootleg Solemn Strike. But it assures me to like if I flip one of these going second and have one of these to back it up, it's just game. So no one knew what this card did the whole day. And it has an obscure effect that I used one time where if you destroyed that monster with this effect, you can just banish a monster from your hand and then summon that monster you negated. So it's cool. I took a Baron once, which is kind of nice. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for like this package right here. And the last traps I played were 3 Punishment. It's so like cool because you can have like a lot of modifications with the extra deck with this. So you can out pretty much anything. And the last 2 slots were 2 Daruma Cannon. Shout out Solo. He knows I hate this card, but there was not a better card I could play like going second against like Pearly or like even the super heavy board, because like if they can't flip up down to the war, they have to send it anyways. So it's like and out to that, and also that's like Towers decks too, so it's fine. And at the worst case scenario, it's a Blue Moon against like the cash decks, which is fine too. So
What's
that's
the deck count, man?
40.
Oh, 40 was low.
Yeah. Then we go to extra deck. So I played 2 Bucephalus, or that's how you pronounce it. So I never summon him, but you send it off a punishment, because if you send to the graveyard, you can send a Winged Beast, Beast Warrior from your extra deck to grave, which normally the one you'll send is Garura. So it ensures you to have like a draw if you beat over big monsters, because our problems at the whole weekend was like if they have the field spell up against cash, all their monsters are boosted by a lot, so like you can't normally like punishment send Entis, because like they'll be like a 26 or like 27 or more. But if you send it with this, then it ensures you to have a pop and a draw too. So
And before that card came out, we had no high value card to send that was like over 3,000.
yeah, but now we do have this is better. I played Lina because if you're under Gozen, it helps you. You played this because if you're under Rivalry, it helps you. 1 Link Spider because if you draw one of your bad traps, you can link it away and get advantage. And then 2 Lingaribo. So shout out to Tyler because he told me about this. So we played this because if Cash summons Ibly against us, we actually have like no out to that card. So if this wasn't in here, then I had no out to Ibly. Like I couldn't summon my Golden Lord or anything or Super Poly. But if I do have this, then it's like it ensures me like to not get Ibly locked and I can still step 5. That's it for the links.
One other question on the links. Can Lino when it dies search Santa Claus?
I think it can. Well, no, it has to be 1800 or less.
It's 15 or less attack. I just didn't know Santa Claus fit that description.
Oh, it is 12. Yeah, it never came up, but yeah, it does do that because Santa Claus is 12.
That's kind of cool.
So that's it for the links. Then for the fusions, for Super Poly, got Dragos Depalia, Sorry Venom. Made these a couple times against my Despy matches the first couple rounds. Pretty clutch. And against Dynamorphia too. I played against that deck and then they just killed themselves. So Super Poly done. 2 Ensis, 2 Mud Dragon, and 2 Garura. Because if you leave 1 in here for the cash matchup, they can take it away when they do both and you can't Super Poly them. Well, I guess you have this too, but this card is kind of clutch sometimes.
That's why the Garura is double utility because you get to fusion with it with your Super Poly or dump it off of the
off of the booth, yeah, off of this too. So
that's really sick.
yeah, that's it for the extra 15. Then side deck. So I played 3 Lord Heavenly Prisons because of all the lightning storms and stuff. And then this is a card I thought of like throughout the week, which is Silent Wabi. So let's see, the theory behind this card is like against cash going first, you summon it to their field, and then so it's like an Ibly in a sense where like they can't even summon their like Kashira monsters, and also it locks them out from using Lightning Storm and evenly matched. So it's like fulfills 3 purposes all in 1 card. Sure, they get a draw out of it, but even if I floodgate them for so long, it's a water fish, and the only water they have in their deck is Ogre, which a lot of people were playing against. And like if I have rivalry against it, it's just game too. So
And it doesn't lose to Shifter.
doesn't lose a shifter either. So this is another out to Lightning Storm and evenly match, and it's like an Ibly in a sense against a Kashira matchup. Then I played 2 Gardarla because I wanted a Kaiju that was obscure in terms of like attribute and type. If I had a floodgate up, if I would go in second, like if I drew this in a rivalry, no deck plays insects, so it's really really good. And then like the only win they have is like Unicorn, which is fine, but I still think this was like the best obscure Kaiju. We thought of Dogoran, but we didn't want to get him like a too big of a beater, so I think this was fine. Then I played the 3rd Golden Lord because like when they go Rise Heart banish my deck, I don't want them to banish all my cards. And also Bystials are a thing, which I didn't play any Bystials, which thank God. But yeah, that's it for that. And last 6 slots are just 3 Solemns. So in theory you have like 6 outs to Lightning, well actually 9 outs to Lightning Storm, 6 outs to evenly matched, and then 6 outs to Harpies. And then so yeah, I just want as many cards because my deck's already good going second, but going first I just want as many outs to like protect my back row and control the game. And then last card was 3 evenly matched because against the cash deck, when they try and lock 3 me, I go battle phase, evenly them, they go drop down to 1 card, then they usually like get rid of the Shangri-La, or if not, then I can just Golden Lord it away, or if I have like a skill drain, because like my last round of Swiss, or my second last round of Swiss, he kept the Shangri-La when I evenly him, then I said skill drain, and then like, he also like banished the other top of my deck, and he randomly picked a Conquistador, and so he attached that as a material for a Rise Heart, and then when I evenly him, my Conquistador went to grave, and so I banished it, got a Sanguine, then I skill drain, and then there I skill drain him, then he made Shangri-La, and then he made a Rise Heart after that, And at that point, I just step 5 and then just GG. So, but yeah, it's the whole deck. So,
How do you think this deck is positioned with the new ban list?
really good, like untouched. It got better, like I said, with Lightning Storm going to 2.
Hey man, well, congrats on Top 64, your first ever YCS Top.
Yeah, first ever. Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Next time,